Okay, so today my mouse is really crazy. It just keeps, I don't know why. This whole laptop is really, really unstable. I really need to get a new one. But then I don't really want to get a, yeah, there we go. It's like unplugging itself in and plugging itself in over and over again. If it keeps doing it too much, I might just use the trackpad, but the trackpad is pretty annoying. So yesterday I did a stream and only Ian watched it. Hopefully, yeah. And then I forgot to save the stream to a video file, and because of that, it's not on YouTube. So this stream should be day 5. Day 4 is just lost forever. What did we do yesterday? In yesterday's stream we worked on the text stuff. Today is that. I want to make sure that 19. Yeah, okay. So that's the stream we're recording right now. Okay, so cool. That's going fine. And we're gonna work on. Actually, let's. Does this even open? Yeah, let's. I'm not sure if this opens. I'm not sure if this is the right project either. So yesterday I fixed the bug that Andrew pointed out, and I realized this, and I said yesterday that that bug probably doesn't have any effect on the code at all. But then I realized actually it might, and I've noticed some strange issues in like the cutscenes in Tokyo Hosto, where the comics would kind of flash, and that flash is about 16 milliseconds, maybe. Yeah, I would say it's 16 milliseconds. It's a very quick flash, but I mean a black flash is just really noticeable, and I figure it could be because of that bug. So if this is the right project, I'll fix the bug and see if that fixes the issue, and then that'll be really great because we will have fixed like a really minute little bug. Yeah, okay. This poor mouse. I don't know if this is the right one. It's kind of hard to tell. Oh, actually, there should be a way. What did I do in this recently? Yeah, so in this project there should be in the content, in the audio, there should be, no. So I think this is a huge one actually. So this is not actually the right one to fix up. We could fix it up anyway and just show you, and then I'll just fix it up myself on the right repository. I've got 2 repositories for this project. The reason being is because, well, actually we don't even need to go into why, but we'll just say I have 2 repositories for this project, and this is the old one that I'm no longer working on. So fixing the bug in this one is, like, I can fix it and then not commit it. Yeah, because there's no point of committing it to this repository because I'm not working on it anymore. So I guess we could just build it, see the bug, fix it, and see if that fixes it or not. Oh, I also want to check if this Twitch stream is working. What is causing this? Like, this is really annoying. Whatever, trackpad. Yeah, I'm still using the mouse. I mean, it's really hard to not use the mouse on Windows. Especially with these like crappy trackpads that they'll make. The Apple trackpad is pretty nice, and a lot of people don't use mice on Apple. I mean, I still like using a mouse on. Okay, fine. Trackpad it is. I still like using a mouse on Apple computers. Settings. I think it's dashboard. Oh yeah, okay. I didn't set this stuff. I should have set it. Get rich or die gaming. Refactor. Day 5, I think. And the language should be English. Okay, so let's hide that.
And the language should be English.
Great. How do I pop this out? I don't think there's anyone here. I don't even know how to tell if anyone's watching at all or anything. Such a noob when it comes to this stuff. Chat settings, viewer list. 0. Good. Yeah, I mean, let's just close this so we have more RAM because we need it on this computer. All right, so how's this guy going? Failed to sign. Okay, that's quite easy. I've seen this error a million times. It's on this one, I think. No, wrong. Oh, I really want to use the mouse. Oh, I really want to use the mouse. Properties. Signing. Do not sign. Save. Man, it's taking a long time. Building, 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 building. Worked. Great. I watched someone live stream Tokyo Hosto. I think the guy's called like Monotone Tim or something like that. And somebody bought the game for him, and then he tried to launch it by clicking play this game or something like that, but it didn't launch. So he had to actually. Oh, it's really annoying. Let's not do this. Let's go back to Get What You Die Gaming. I'll do this thing up later, another day. Yeah, so he was playing Tokyo Hosto, and somebody gave him the game, and he clicked play, but it didn't launch, and he had to go into the Steam folder and launch the exe as an executable as admin, which is pretty bad. I thought I fixed that issue. It works for me, but not other people's computers. Maybe he has UAC on. No, I doubt he would have UAC on. UAC is stupid. People turn that off pretty fast. I don't know. I don't know why that's happening. Could talk to some other like XNA Steam developers and figure out what they did. There's a few guys I know, like Mount Your Friends. That's an XNA game. Who else is in XNA games? Murder Miners. I think that's XNA. But they did say that they had a Java port or something. Or maybe they were planning a Java version. I don't know. Who else is on Steam from XNA? I don't know. I can't remember. Oh, Zboyd. I think Zboyd also on Steam with Cthulhu Saves the World and Breath of Death. Okay, so I forgot what we did yesterday. Oh yeah, we did the text stuff, and then graphics weren't showing up correctly. So we're still working on the cutscene, and we might spend a lot of time on the cutscenes because it's a big part of the game. I'm still not sure how I want to manage cutscenes, and I'm still not sure how I want to manage rooms. I'm thinking there'll be a base class of room, and then all the rooms will derive from that base class. So we'll just have a specialized object for every room. It seems like a bit unnecessary though. The stuff that happens in the game is basically hotspots turn on and off, characters appear in different rooms. So controlling that sort of behavior, it's not too hard actually. I mean, we just do something like room A dot enable character or add character or something like that, or set visible and then pass in a character enum. That might be quite good. And then what else would happen? What else happens in this game? I mean, hotspots turn on and off. We need to kind of ID the hotspots. Like, how do you enable a hotspot? Hotspots are just rectangles in the rooms that you can click on to interact with. So there's hotspots that let you jump into different. Oh, actually, I'm gonna tweet this out. I want to get people watching the stream. Where is it called? Twitch.tv/. I'll do this up. I think that's gonna work. I think that's the right link. If it's not, I mean, I just tweeted a stupid tweet, which is not like something people don't do. I mean, that's not too big of a problem. Tweeting stupid tweets, that's how you tweet. It's still called Untitled Broadcast. Why? Yeah. Rich or Die Gaming Refactor Day 5. Day 5. Okay. What? Big language. I swear I did this already. It's really annoying. Okay, cool. Now let's close this guy. Is anyone watching? 18? Is that? Yeah, I don't know. Cool. Alright, so
Wilson is playing Dota. He is a major pro and already has 3 kills, but then something terrible happened.
this all kind of, yeah, the next thing is the background's not showing up. And why are the backgrounds not showing up? I don't know. The backgrounds are not showing up. One thing we can do is we can. Wilson's playing Dota, and then there's one. The first background in the opening cutscene is just, it's called front door. Let's find it. Front door. Yeah. These graphics don't have. It doesn't have a. Yeah. We need to set a draw order. Ooh, that's really annoying. That's super annoying. Oh man. I swear we did this before. I swear I had draw orders before. Because how do we say like when something's in front of something? Was it just drawing stuff in front of? Yeah, I mean this should be here actually. I don't know why. It's just not showing at all. The order is going to be wrong, and we should fix that. But it's just not showing up at all. So let's find out why. So in the cutscene, let's see what happens when we add this queue in. Actually, I want to see what happens when we draw it. Does this guy have a draw? Yeah, it does have a draw. Position, which is 0, 0. Okay, so let's do something like this. This is like a nice little debugging trick. texture dot name dot ends with door. If texture name ends with door, console right line. It's that texture. So really, why are we putting this if in? It's because I want to break on it. So I want to break when that texture is drawing, so I can see what's inside these variables, right? Because this code is going to fire a lot. There's a lot of graphics, and draw gets called a lot. It gets called 60 times a second, and this queue comes in 8.5 seconds, which means like 8.5 times 60. That's how many times draw gets called. It's a lot. Okay, so actually I don't care about this one, so we'll just continue.
Wilson is playing Dodo. He is a major pro and already has 3 kills, but then something terrible happens. His Dota-hating dad comes home from work early.
Son, I am disappointed. I told you to call
Didn't
me
fire
about
at all.
my game.
But Dad,
The texture name does end with door, right? Front door. Let's see what happens in here. Let's see what happens in here. Is it not getting... Yeah, I don't know. There could be a lot of reasons why it's not happening. I can't think of any though. Okay, so we want to step in. And the texture is called base, all the base. Oh, there's no name. That's fucking weird. Why is there no name? There should be a name. Okay, that's a good clue. So the reason that thing didn't get called is because there's no name. We could just break on a different piece of information. Hey, we can just break on the queue name. I mean the fire at time being 1,500. If fire at equals 8,500, it's that texture. It's the front door. Okay, let's go again. I think that one's 8,500. Is the texture not being set? Is that why? No, it gets set. It should get set. What does the front door texture look like even? So 8,500. Okay, let's just continue.
Wilson is playing Dodo.
We have to
He
wait
is a major
8.5
pro
seconds.
And already has 3 kills, but then something terrible happens. His Dota-hating dad comes
Didn't
home
break
from
again.
work
What the
early.
fuck?
Son, I am disappointed.
Why didn't it
I
break?
told you to call me a butterfly game.
Why didn't it break? Why didn't it break? Why didn't it break? Okay, stream crashed. But that's not too unusual, right? So, I mean, we're back to finding out why the backgrounds aren't drawing. And we're having a fucking horrible time. Nothing's kind of working. So, yeah, if the fire equals 8,500, it's supposed to ping. But it's not. We could... It's just not calling this. Cutscene? I don't know, maybe... Fuck, okay, let's do some more breakpoints. So... Yeah, okay, let's break and see what's happening. See if it's actually getting set to 8,500. And then we can see if q.draw is happening, but it should happen. Okay, so step in, which is this guy. I like the ones I had before. Those were really nice. So fire at equals 8,500. Yeah. Move into. Oh, hello. For some reason these are getting multiplied by 1,000. Yeah. But why? So that calls. It's calling the wrong constructor. Okay. That's a problem. The fire ants are, yeah, so okay. That's quite good. So we were this one, I think. And we want all the constructors to call this one. They should all jump through to this one. And this one has a ulong texture vector 2 bool. Ulong texture vector 2 bool. Ulong texture vector 2 but no bool. Yeah, that's wrong. So ulong texture vector 2. So this guy is actually this guy is also problematic because it is calling which one is this guy called? Go to definition. Yeah, so it's calling this one. That's really bad. So it's actually multiplying it by 1,000,000 instead of 1,000. So this one's wrong. This one should be is UN64 true? Yeah. And then now it should be calling the correct one. Good. Yep. Ideally, we would fix all this so that there's 2 constructors instead of 4, because these 4 are getting confusing. Ulong texture vector 2 bool. So that should point to the first constructor. Yes. Okay. Great. So that was a problem. The fire at times are all wrong. I thought that might be it, but I didn't think it messed that up. Alright, let's try it again. I would like to do these live streams from my computer at home because it's just a lot more powerful and it's got a better resolution and everything builds faster and that sort of stuff. But my internet at home is
Wilson is
super
playing
unstable.
Dodo. He is a major pro and already has 3 kills, but then something terrible happens. His Dota-hating dad comes home from work early.
Okay, so that came in right. Yeah, it worked. Okay, the backgrounds are working now.
Son, I am disappointed. I told you to call me a butterfly game.
But Dad, I'm still downloading the compiler.
Downloading the compiler, my dick. That's the last straw. Come with me.
So released into the wild, Wilson must now fend for
Oh,
himself.
that's cool.
What challenges await him? Only time will tell.
Wilson, why are you so flashy? What's up with the flashing? I think I know what's up with the flashing actually. I think the background and basically the background and the foregrounds are shit, man. They're on the same draw at and they're kind of switching. So sometimes Wilson's on the front, sometimes the background's in the front. Sometimes they swap along and that's the flashing. That's what's causing the flashing. Yeah, I don't really know what to do about that. One way is to explicitly pass in a draw order. But that kind of means we need to. One way is I have we just pass in another draw order to the constructor, and that means in all the cutscenes, whenever there's a graphic, we just add in another number as well, like 0 or whatever, or 20. 22 or whatever, right? But that's really annoying. Actually, one thing we could do is, if we know it's a background, the draw order should be 0, right? So, these two, yeah, heck, you know, constructors for backgrounds, because they are backgrounds. The draw order should be 0. Jetto. And they, okay, so here, damn it. I mean, yeah, this thing is always passing in that. Damn it. Shit. We could make a private constructor. This is like getting really out of hand. I just need to fix up the code so that there's less constructors. It's a real bitch to do that as well, so that's why I don't really want to do it private. Whew. And so this guy will also have a int draw order. So even this guy is not going to call base. This guy is going to call the top, the private constructor, this. Seems kind of funny that you would have a private constructor, but fire at, remove at, texture, position is UN64, draw order. I mean, actually 10. Yeah, and so here we'll pass in 10 as well, because we want them all to call the same constructor, or this private constructor, or else it gets confusing. We'll run into that bug we ran into last time, right? Because basically one constructor calls the parent constructor. We don't want it so that constructor C calls constructor B, which calls constructor A. We want it so that C calls A, B calls A, D calls A. They all call A, or else we'll run into that bug again. These guys are backgrounds, so 0 is going to be the draw order. These guys are backgrounds, 0 is the draw order. Oops, wrong place. Okay, so let's do this. Maybe instead of having like a graphic, we can just have a background type that's just a specialized graphic. That might be more explicit, might be more clear, right? Because ideally I just want one constructor per queue. Because these queues, they get really confusing if you do too much crazy stuff. Yeah, I mean, I got too excited. We actually wanted to watch that cutscene. Even though I've seen it like a 1,000 times, maybe even more than 1,000 times. Still gotta watch it.
Wilson is playing Dodo. He is a major pro and already has 3 kills, but then something terrible happens. His Dota-hating dad comes home from work early.
Son, I am disappointed. I told you to call me a butterfly game.
But Dad, I'm still downloading the compiler.
Downloading the compiler my dick. That's the last straw. Come with me.
It's a dick.
So released into the wild, Wilson must now fend for himself. What challenges await him? Only time will tell.
It's true. Okay, so I mean the background and Wilson are no longer clashing. These two graphics are clashing, and that's actually okay. So it's better, right? We fixed something. Alright, so we've got graphics. We've got... What do we have? We have, we have... we have graphics. Oh, yeah, we also want to get rid of that thing. So, we've got cues, graphics. Yeah, we'll just get rid of this stupidness. Okay. Great. So we have... Actually, let's do center text. That's easy and it's kind of fun. And center text is just for the credits. And one way we can test the credits is we can just make it so that the main menu jumps straight to the credits. Yeah, I was gonna do the game state, but the game state is a bit complicated. So I haven't thought about exactly how I want to do that. So we are in main menu state, and we want to do something. Yeah, we want to go from, instead of going to the openings. Oops, what the hell happened? Did I compile? Did I accidentally build? I guess so. Wonder what I pressed. I don't even know the shortcut to go. Okay. Nope, that's not what we want. So we want to credits. I think the final one is actually cop 4, cop 3, cop 2, cop 1. I think it's cop 3 underscore weed. That's the final cutscene. Spoiler alert. More cutscene loaders. Cop 3. Load cop 3 underscore weed. Oh yeah, I should have realized it's just obviously the last method in this. What is this anyway? Oh, okay. Why does it need to be here? Just get rid of that. I'm not doing Xbox stuff anymore. Yeah. Who's Allison Ho? Oh, I think she was a cop actually. Yeah, okay. So let's see if that... So, for what we did, when we start a new game, it should go straight to that final cutscene. Nope. That did not do anything. But why? Alright, I guess we can figure out why this didn't do anything. So, is it because this cutscene never gets loaded? Let's see if this cutscene ever gets loaded. I believe that could be it. But I don't know for sure. Yeah, it looks like it just never gets loaded. So, the opening scene... when is the opening scene loaded? Okay. Main menu state. Game 1 opening scene. Okay, so let's go to this guy. I think it's in here. Game 1 opening scene. So let's see if we ever like explicitly load it. Let's see it. What we can do is we can just like set a breakpoint and then see who called this load function, right? I always forget like the where to find the call stack. Okay, so I think it's debug and then Windows. Oops. Debug Windows call stack. Control Alt C. Okay, so load content. Load cutscene 1. Really? That's where it gets called? Where is this anyway? This is game 1, I guess. Load cutscene 1. Okay, so it just quite literally gets called in load content, which is stupid. Yeah, okay, so it just explicitly gets called. We don't need to do that. And then load current room textures. I'm not sure, but I think it doesn't do anything. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. So we just kill it. Because that also doesn't make sense. Load current room textures was like some code I wrote because of like psychotic thought I had in my brain. I had this idea of how memory management should be, but I was actually just not really doing anything at all. It just was not correct at all, and in fact the idea was, I'll like save some memory and save some RAM by writing this code. But realistically, I could just chuck every asset of this game into memory and it would not use that much RAM. And actually when I that code I wrote, it just basically does that. But when I was writing it, I thought I was like being really efficient. But it's just stupid. It's really stupid. Okay, so initialize. What we want to do in initialize is load the cutscene, I guess. Load action. Is it called LA? You just call no, it's called load action. Load action dot begin invoke. Invoke. I think it just calls the method. I don't like this. I'm gonna rename this. This ID I also don't like. I don't think the ID is used anywhere. Let's kill it. Let's kill the ID. I would kill it here, but I know it's gonna break some code. Now let's do it anyway. Who cares? So we're gonna get compiler errors. See, actually what I did just there is like really dumb, because we're testing one thing and now we're kind of testing two things. Yeah, 251 errors. That's great. Yeah, that's great. So this stuff just all needs to go away. This is also stupid. No, don't need that. Oh shit. I did this wrong. When you like remove parameters, phallus. When you remove parameters, you shouldn't just remove them like that, because you have to fix up all the calling functions, all the client code, kind of. So to do it, you can just do something like this. You can't always do this. I mean, like if you're not using an IDE, you won't be able to do this sort of stuff. But you probably have your own tricks if you're not using an IDE. Okay. So we had 251 errors last time. How many will we get this time? Maybe more? $144. Still quite a lot of errors. Oh man, this is just too annoying. Let's kind of look at what kind of errors they are and see if we can fudge a solution together. Because really, we should, like, this ID is, yeah, so what happens is this hotspot is an item hotspot, and when you put the spism item, when you get the spism item and you interact it on top of the item hotspot, this cutscene plays bman1_weed. And instead of passing in the cutscene object, it passes in the cutscene's ID and then finds it, right? And to fix this solution properly, I need to like kind of redesign how I'm going to be doing hotspots, item hotspots, dialogue hotspots, custom hotspots, but I haven't thought about how I want to do that yet. This solution is not too bad, but I'd actually rather pass a string across than pass a int, because int's just very hard to debug. And I'd also like them to be, I don't want them to be like loosely floating around like these just global objects. I want them to be somehow uniquely identifiable. So maybe like businessman weed hotspot, and then that's just a string somewhere. And then yeah, I mean we need to think about this for a bit before we to truly solve it. But to get rid of these compiler errors, I think I just want to add a integer property to the cutscene so that these errors go away. But let's look at what other errors are showing up so that we can, because that might not even be the bulk of them. It's 144, right? So they can't all be related to the ID missing, but actually I think they are. I think that's probably it, because that's all we did, right? We removed the ID. So we add in a dummy ID, we should still be okay. Cutscene does not contain a definition for ID. What about that here? No definition for ID. Okay, so then I'll just that. So let's just add in like a super property. We can do something like this. Int ID equals get public get term 137. Yeah, we need to set it to 1337 just so we know that we're elite. We need to know, and the compiler needs to know. If you use that number in your code, the compiler's like, oh, better compile this in an extra special way. Crash. Okay. Crash. Right. Yeah. That's problematic. Shit. So these methods, like, they load the cutscene, and the way it gets a reference to a cutscene is it finds it in the global thing. So maybe getting rid of the ID was like something we should have done separately as its own feature. How can we fix this? Ideally, it would be like this, right? Cutscene CS. And we should be able to do that. Sadly, the annoying thing is we need to add that to every single one of these methods. And I can't think of a good way to do that. Let's see if that works. Oh, fuck. So when we initialize, we'll just basically pass ourselves into the invoke method, right? Problem is load action does not expect that. Load action just wants this. And I don't know how to make a load action that yeah, I don't know how to make a load action that. See what we could like all the load actions are going to be different, and is it so bad? One way we could do this is we could have like a cutscene as an abstract object, and then we have a specialized cutscene, which just basically defines a new loader. But that's not really too good, really, because what I would ideally like to do is just have some data files that define the cutscenes, and the cutscene just reads the data files, and then that's how you define a cutscene. Because the only different thing between the cutscenes is this part, right? The cues, the set of cues that make up that cutscene. So if we, let's not do the specialized approach because I want to move to the data file approach eventually, and it's kind of like going backwards and then going forwards. It's just going to make more work for us later. So, can we do a load action? I don't really know the syntax for this, but I'm going to try. Load action cutscene. What does that do? Is that acceptable? Can we do this? Is that okay? I don't know. Public load action. Load action. I don't think that's right, but it's not throwing any errors. Basically, we just want to define a function that takes in a cutscene, and then link that to. It's not. Oh, okay, so there's a new error. Can't convert from method group to. Yeah. Is the final one? Is that one okay? It is. Look. So if we just go through and we like do something like this. Game 1 cutscene loaders. Let's do a few of these. So this one's fine. Oops. And no? Okay. Yeah, so we just need to add this into like however many cutscenes we have. Let's do it to 5 and see if those 5 get fixed. And if so, it would seem like we are in for a great victory. So that's 2, 3. Why am I so bad at this kind of stuff? I don't know, just sporadically do it. 3, 4. This damn game is so badly designed. don't know. Let's go. How many cutscenes do we have in this game? Seems like a lot. Seems like 100. $129. But which ones? Which ones? Does that mean we have 129 or like 136 cutscenes? Yeah, it did work. Cool. So let's go back to cutscene. Oops. Cutscene. And we'll get rid of this equals null thing because, you know, let's just say it's never null. Actually, it doesn't actually mean it's never null. Yeah, doesn't that mean you can just call it without passing in parameters? Yeah, that's all it means, right? No, wait. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, okay. Let's just do them all. It's gonna take a while, but just get on. Oh no, let's go. What is the link? Cutscenes to loaders. Oops. Cutscene 1. Load tones. Yeah. Actually, I want to use the mouse. Give me the mouse. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Oh. It's just gonna jump in and out. The mouse is stupid. The mouse is really stupid. It's not actually the mouse's fault, it's the computer's fault. The mouse works fine on other computers. Else? What? Yeah, okay. Still, I don't like it. It's supposed to be data. Why is there an else in there? This is the most fun part of programming, just doing some tedious, mindless stuff. Oh, there's an open bracket. Wait, I'm thinking like if I do this, do you think this is gonna work? Edit, find and replace. Ugh, it's so slow. Find and replace. Replace, quick replace. So we find this, and then we replace it with this, right? Is that gonna work? Replace next. Yes. Oh! That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. Got too excited. Replace next. Replace next. Replace next. Replace next. What's the shortcut for this? I don't know. No. Yeah, F3. And then what's this? Alt-R. F3. Alt-R. 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 No. Nope. 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 What? Nope. 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 Okay, that's the last one. Yeah. Intercom HS.quick. CS upload actions on invoke. Yeah, we don't want to do that. We want to do CS.initialize. CS.initialize as well. This code is going to go away, but I mean, still kind of want to CS.initialize. CS.initialize. to do. What stuff to do? That's what you name the cutscene? What the fuck would you name? Why would you name a cutscene stuff to do? You are a fucking maniac. Oh no, more errors. Yeah. There is a way to fix this. Assuming that like this always happens, which I think it does. We can just do another find and replace. Use Control R. No, what is it? Find and replace. Quick. Control H. It's a weird name. You can just do this. Just gonna comment that out. Ooh. We can do this. I think that's okay. What does it do? It just deletes it, right? No. Fuck! It's not right. Yeah, okay. So we want to do, let's do some regex. Let's regex. Yeah, okay. So we want to do that, or is it that? And then dot star, I think. Oh yeah, yeah, we just do dot star. Cool. And we just replace it with nothing. Did it work? Ugh! Why did you do that? Replace it with that. Still, I don't like it. Why did it do that? Did it mess up the formatting? Yeah, I don't want to kill the new line, that's why I don't want that. So we want it to be replaced with nothing, right? Still, I mean, I don't like this gap. But we can live with it. Cool. Yeah, it worked. Oh no. Some sort of error. Oh, that's fine. That is totally fine. That is not a problem. Yeah. That's cool. This is basically just texture with a stupid name. So, well, not a stupid name, but the wrong name. It is a stupid name as well. Misc/white dot. No, obviously that's not what we want, but actually we don't even want that. Go away. Stupid mouse.
Hey, want some organic psychoactive drugs?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney and to have an attorney present during any questioning. If If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be provided for you at government expense.
Hey, this must be cool music. Where's the cool music? Ooh, I think I know why. Because some music's there and it's the animal. So two things. One is the policewoman is not centered. And the other is the music didn't play. And another one is that the text is not showing up. This centered text. So that's three things. Character, pause. What's the other thing? I forgot. I don't know. what the hell was it? Music. Yeah, music. And censored text. Let's do the music first. I think that's easy, right? Oh, you stupid fucking mouse. Cues, music. Yeah, it's the same as sound. So why am I doing it differently? No, I don't need this music cue. What's the difference between music and sound? There's no difference. There is one subtle difference. But we don't need to. Yeah, the reason I put it there is I put it there for a stupid reason. Basically, I wanted to make it so that if any in the previous game, if the music didn't have, if the cutscene didn't have music, if the cutscene had music, you couldn't skip it, right? Oh, that's the other way around. Okay. 14700. If the cutscene didn't have music, then you couldn't. If the cutscene had music, you can skip it. Yeah, we can just add a bool that says like, "Don't skip," unskippable, right? We can just go like, cs.can skip is skippable equals false, and then that's done, right? And that's probably what I will do later. So music should be working, and we can actually just delete this guy. I don't want it. Yeah. So delete music. Use sound instead. And the character position is wrong. So let's fix that. It's off to the left, and how do we want to fix it? We could just kind of trial and error it, and I think I'm going to do that. Because 300. Oh, that's right. Okay, so then that's that, and then what about centered text? Well, centered text is kind of similar to what's it called? Text that we were dealing with yesterday. I know the video is gone because I forgot to save it, and so it's not on YouTube. So this is kind of the same sort of thing. So we're gonna get like we'll get some. I'll show you what the data looks like. The data looks like this: art, Stephen Ho, Matthew Norman, Dennis the Butcher, and Shane. Did I do any art? Yeah, I did. I did the backgrounds. Yeah. And so it's basically like these are 5 rows, 5 columns of text, and we want to draw it in the center, and we want the X positions to be centered. So there's going to be 2 things we have. One is private. I don't know why this is public. It should be private. Private, yeah, public. Private list string text, private list vector 2 positions. And that's it, right? Okay, so let's write a method called private list vector 2 get positions, calculate positions, and it will receive a list of strings. Text list. It should be text list, I think. Or text list. Yeah, so for each string text in text list, vector 2 position equals new vector 2. Okay, so it's just basically the y position is a bit hard to calculate. The x position is easy, so we just go position dot x equals globals dot viewport rect dot width minus font manager dot instance dot every time dot centered font measure string, and then text dot x. We want this to be an int. This is like quite a lot. Divided by 2. So that would give us the x position. The y position, we need to figure out how tall the chunk of text is. So we'll have something like int single text height equals font manager dot instance dot centered font dot measure string text. This is a string dot y. Yeah, so that's how tall the text is with this font. It's always the same. Doesn't matter what string you pass in. The width changes depending on what text you pass in, but the height is always the same. It's just like a max height for that font, really. We could actually just pass in like a okay. Starting position will be, and then we also want to know the starting position, the starting y, and starting y position equals it says starting y, which is the current y, equals single text height dot times text list dot length and count. So it's like, let's say the height is 20 pixels, and then we've got 6 line items. So that means 20 times 6 is how much the text, how tall the text will be, right? 120 pixels. And that's all we're doing here. We're just calculating. Okay, so actually this is not the right name. We want to call it total height. And then the starting position, which is will be globals.viewportrect.height minus total height divided by 2. Right. Current position, total height divided by 2. Right, okay, so position.y equals current Y position. And then current Y position plus equals single text height. Okay. And then we want to add the position to, wait, we need to make some list. Then var return list equals new list string. Nope, vector 2. And then we're going to add in return list dot add position. And then down here, return list. Cool. And then list dot positions equals calculate positions. Text list. And then we draw. It's quite simple. We just go for each. No, actually, we want to do a for loop. For in I equals 0, I less than text list dot length count I plus plus. And then sprite batch dot draw string. Pass in the font, which is content. No, sorry. Font manager dot instance dot centered font. The text will be text list I, and the position will be positions I, and the color will be color white. I don't like this. It's called position list. Cool. So now I think this should. So we want three things to work. One, the music should play. Two, the character should be centered or more centered. And then three, the centered text should show up. Let's see if that works.
Hey, want some organic psychoactive drugs?
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to speak to an attorney and to have an attorney present during any questioning. If you cannot afford a lawyer, one will be provided for you at government expense.
Yeah! Everything worked. It's the best. Take that, Wilson. Cool. I mean, I think that's a good place to end the stream. Everything more or less worked. We had a good day today.